Shalom Aleichem, everybody. A good Shabbos. I'm happy to share with you some quality time now by learning some Torah. When I get to this week's Parsha, Yois, Achrim Mois and Kedoshim, I would like to share with you a Sicha Kedosha of the Rebbe on this week's Parsha. Hopefully, we'll all enjoy and benefit from learning this Torah. As we know, the Torah is Magno, Umatzlo. The Torah protects us and the Torah saves us from all bad things. And Be'ezus Hashem, we'll be zoichet to hear good news from everybody, especially those in need of refuah shleima should have a refuah shleima u'kroiva. And the most important thing that we're waiting for, the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu. This week's parsha starts off with the words Vayedaber Hashem el Moshe acharei Moshe shnei bnei Aaron bekorvosom lifnei Hashem vayomusu. The parsha starts off talking about the death of who? We're talking about the children of Aaron HaKohen who had passed away. We started off Sefer Vayikra, Tzav, Shmini, Tazria, Mitzayra, talking all about the korbonos, halachos of which food we're allowed to eat. And now all of a sudden, when we come to Parshas Achrim Mois, the Torah stops for a moment from talking all about the dinim of the Beis Hamikdash, and the Torah now tells us what happened after the children of Aaron HaKohen died. So let's remind ourselves, when exactly did they die and what happened? So for this we have to go back to Parsha Shmini. In Parsha Shmini, the Torah tells us this is a story that happened when? On Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Rosh Chodesh Nisan was the day that the Chanukas HaMishkan took place. That's when they anointed, that's when they started to use the Mishkan. This is after so many months of work, hard work, building the Mishkan, putting it together. Everybody had brought their donations. And now on this happy day, when the Chanukas HaMishkan is taking place and everybody is so happy, what happens all of a sudden? The Torah tells us, Vayikchu bnei Aharon nodov v'avihu ish machtosoi vayitnu bo in eish vayasimu oleo ketoires vayakrivu lifnei Hashem eish zora asher lo yitzivu oisom. And what happens? Vayomusu lifnei Hashem. So all of a sudden this all turns into a very sad day instead of it being such a happy day. So what exactly happened to Nodov and Avihu? Why did they die? What did they do wrong? Nodov and Avihu, the two older children of Aaron HaKohen, what happened? So what the Torah tells us, the simple meaning in the pasuk is, Vayakrivu lifnei Hashem eizora asher lo yitzivu oisom. They had done something that they were not told to do. Maybe what they did was the best thing ever, but they weren't told to do such a thing. Rashi tells us on the spot in Parsha Shmini, when we talk about the death of Nodov and Avihu, what does Rashi say? Rashi brings two reasons. One is Rabbi Lezer Oimer lo yimeisu bnei Aaron elo al yedei shahiru halacha b'fnei Moshe Rabban. They had done something that they weren't told by Moshe Rabbeinu to do. Rabbi Shmuel Oimer, Rabbi Shmuel says no, shsuye yayin nichnasu lamikdosh. They came into the Beis Hamikdash drunk. So Rabbi Lezer based it on the simple pshat of the pasuk. The pasuk says asher lo yitzivu oisom. Rabbi Shmuel says, no, it's because they were drunk. How do we know? Because immediately after this, what does the Torah tell us? The Torah tells us, so the fact that the Torah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling Aaron HaKohen not to drink wine, the fact that the Torah brings it immediately after this story means that this is because of what had happened. He had come into the Beis Hamikdash drunk, and that's why it was necessary to make this restriction. These are two reasons that we can find in Parsha Shmini. Another reason that's brought down why were Nodov and Avihu, why did they have to pass away at such a young age? If we go to Parshas Bamidbar, in the first Parsha where it mentions the children of Aharon, the Torah says that he had Nodov and Avihu. The Bechor was Nodov and then Avihu and then come Elazar and Isamar. And the Torah says, Vayomos Nodov and Avihu had died. And the Torah says, Ubonim lo yehoyu lehem, they had no children. So according to one of the Pirushim, the reason why they died at such a young age was because they never got married and they didn't have children. So it comes out from these three Pirushim, what do we understand over here? It seems like the Nodov and Avihu misbehaved. They had done something wrong. Similar to a person, a big boss who brings his children, and the children just walk around. The little children, they do whatever they want. That's what it looked like. Nodov and Avihu, they come. Either they're doing something that they're not told to do, or they come in drunk into the Beis Hamikdash, or it's because they don't want to have children.